Welcome back, Careblazer. I have another short but super important video for you today. This is something that I would bet every Careblazer in the world experiences, yet hardly anybody ever admits it or talks about it. I'm going to give you my personal take on this, what you can do and how you can start thinking about this, and I'm going to give a special challenge for all of you at the end of the video if you want to help another Careblazer out. Real quick, I do want to announce Lauren Dykovitz, one of your most favorite guests I've had on this channel, the creator of Life, Love, and Alzheimer's, has her new book that's released July 11th. It's available on Amazon. If you'd like to check it out, I put a special link to it below in the description. All right, now for this video, what am I talking about? I am talking about your thoughts about caregiving. These are thoughts that you don't admit out loud. Sometimes you don't want to even admit them to yourself because you're worried it somehow makes you a bad caregiver. These are thoughts that sound like, I wish he would die soon. She's ruined my life. I hate this. I resent having to spend my life caring for him. This isn't fair. Sometimes I feel like I hate her. I feel like I want to run away. I'm sure you can come up with your own thoughts that you're having that sound similar to this. These are thoughts that go through your mind, but you push back because it does you no good if you were to focus on them. Because after all, you have to keep caregiving. I want to say that none of those thoughts make you a bad person. None of those thoughts make you a bad caregiver. Those thoughts don't mean anything about you except for the fact that you're human. I would bet that every single Careblazer on this planet who has been caring for a loved one with dementia for at least 6 months has had some sort of thought like this, or 2 or 50, go through their mind at some point. They don't want to admit it out loud, and that's okay. I'm just here to tell you it means nothing negative about you. It just means you're human. I am a huge fan, if you've been following me for a while, you already know this, on focusing on the positive, on focusing on what you can control, on focusing on responding to situations in ways that benefit you. 100%, I'm a fan of that. But that doesn't mean the other side doesn't exist. Just because you're trying to focus on the positive or you're trying to focus on what's in your control in a way that benefits you, it doesn't mean that this negative side doesn't exist or that it's gonna just disappear. It's there. Just because you try to make the most out of difficult, challenging, awful situations doesn't mean there aren't times when you really just don't like parts of your situation. I've been noticing lately how hardly anybody talks about that side, admits that they're going through that side. They might talk negatively about the situation and the challenges, but we don't often normalize the thoughts and feelings Careblazers have. So often on TV and in books and just in talking to one another, we focus on the challenges, the emotional pain, but we don't often admit what we're actually thinking or experiencing ourselves. We see the commitment, we see the love, we see the strength that all of the caregivers have, but we don't often see that there's also the resentment or frustration or anger. And so I just want a video to exist that says it is okay if you're having those thoughts too. We see what people admit, we see what's on the outside. What we often don't see is what's going on in people's minds. So just in case you have never heard this before, Careblazer, having negative thoughts about your caregiving situation does not make you a negative or bad caregiver. I hope that all of you have a safe space to share your thoughts and feelings about caregiving, a place where you will not be judged for what you're going through. I hope you have a place where you can open up and pour out your emotions and share what so many of you are keeping tucked away inside. And just in case you were afraid that you were one of the only Careblazers out there in the world who was experiencing negative thoughts about your caregiving situation or even negative thoughts toward your loved one with dementia, I'm here to tell you you're not. And here is my challenge. You don't have to say exactly what it is, but if you have ever experienced any of these negative thoughts or feelings, just put a little comment below or a little raising hand emoji and say, yep, I've been there. Yep, me too. I can totally relate. Just to show other Careblazers out there who are feeling like they have to be some awful person and nobody else is going through this because nobody else is talking about it, just to let them know they're not alone. And just in case you need a little bit more evidence to prove that you are not a bad caregiver or a negative caregiver because you have those thoughts and emotions, I'm just here to say, if you watch any of my videos, you take any time out of your day to watch any of my videos, or you've made it this far in this video, you are most definitely not a bad Careblazer. You are doing amazing things. Trust that. I'll be back next week with another video. In the meantime, Careblazer, keep up the great work. My heart goes out to each and every one of you. And if you haven't already, hit the red subscribe on your screen. It helps other Careblazers find this channel. Also, I'm hosting a free live Q&A where you can come and ask me any question you have on caregiving. It will be on Thursday, July 22nd at 7 p.m. Eastern. There will be a chat feature on the screen. You don't need any special equipment. The only way you can actually chat and leave a question for me, though, is if you are a subscriber. So it's totally free. If you haven't already, click that red subscribe button. I will be back. And again, that link to Lauren's book is below in the description if you want to check it out. Take care.